The title of this sermon is The Word and the Light, and that's what we're going to be reading here in John chapter 1, beginning in verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. There came a man who was sent from God. His name was John. He came as a witness to testify concerning that light, so that through him all men might believe. He himself was not the light. He came only as a witness to the light. The true light that gives light to every man was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. And so, a cursory reading of that, certainly I hope you can see that the Word and the light are both two names of Jesus, two titles of Jesus, if you will. And we're going to be exploring those this morning. But before we get to those, I want to start with verse 1. In the beginning. What is this beginning that is being talked about here? In the beginning of the whole universe. Genesis 1:1, very good. So in Genesis 1:1, we read a very similar thing. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And here in John 1:1, John writes that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So it's that same beginning that we have in Genesis 1:1, the beginning of the universe. And I always think that's an interesting thought. How does the universe have a beginning? Yes, it does. Ask any scientist, they'll tell you the universe has a beginning. Ask any theologian, they'll tell you the universe has a beginning. The universe has a beginning. And yet, ask them what came before the universe, and it doesn't actually make sense. Because this universe is where time is. This universe is space and time. God created it all. And you can't really think of what was there before time, because the concept of before. If there's no time, there's no before. So you can't talk about being before time. I think outside is a better question. What is there outside this universe? And the answer is God. Anything else? I don't know. But I know that God is outside space and time because he created space and time. And when it says in the beginning, that's the beginning we're talking about here.